Are you craving the cozy aroma of fresh bread in your kitchen? Today we are baking a wholesome wholemeal wheat bread that is soft, flavorful and full of fiber. Let's get started. In your mixing bowl, add 2 cups of whole wheat flour plus 1 cup of bread flour to get a soft, flavorful loaf, 2 tablespoons of sugar or to your taste, 2 teaspoons of yeast, 1 teaspoon of nutmeg, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Mix everything together, then add 1/4 cup of butter. Remember to never put your salt next to your yeast because salt can kill your yeast easily and you don't want that. Yeast love sugar. We will then add in 1 cup of warm water, which should be about 43 degrees Celsius, or when you put your hands in the water, it should not burn you. I will be using my hand to be mixing this into a nice soft dough and then transfer it onto our working surface to continue kneading. We want to knead this until everything comes together. We will allow it to rest and let the wheat absorb moisture beautifully. Wheat tends to absorb a lot of moisture, so you want it to sit and hydrate for good texture. Now let the workout begin. We will begin by dusting our work surface with a small amount of flour. You want enough to prevent sticking, but not so much that it dries out the dough. The easier way to knead your dough is to use the heel of your palm to push the dough away from you and fold the dough back over itself towards you, and then rotate by giving it a quarter turn. Continue this push fold turn cycle for about 8 to 15 minutes or until the dough looks smooth and elastic. To check if the dough is ready, give it a little poke, and if it bounces back, it means it's ready and gluten is nicely activated. However, if the dough becomes tough or you get tired whilst kneading, let it rest for about 3 to 5 minutes and continue kneading. This is a workout on its own, so if you do have a bread maker or a mixer, please do use it. We will now allow the dough to rest for 10 minutes so that the gluten can relax. This will help me to shape it while we butter and flour our loaf pan. As you can see, I'll be using only 1 loaf pan for this recipe because mine is 900 gram capacity. So if yours is smaller, make sure to use 2 for this recipe. 10 minutes later, look at how soft and supple it looks. If you are using 2 pans, please make sure to divide your dough into 2 equal sizes. I will use my palm to flatten this dough up and roll it into a log. You can use a rolling pin if you want, but this is the easiest method for me. I am just going to roll it to the end. Once you have gotten to the end, pinch the seams together to make sure it does not open up, and also make sure to lay it in your loaf pan seam side down so that in the baking process it will not open up as well. To prevent your bread from deflating, make sure not to over rice your bread, because if your bread rises too much, when you are moving it around or the heat in the oven can cause it to deflate. So you just want it to double in size. The duration needed for your dough to rise depends mainly on the temperature of your environment. Today, my environment is very cold, so I will be using the oven by turning on just the light to keep it warm. It took about an hour and 15 minutes for my bread to rise or double in size beautifully. Our bread is ready to go into our 160 degrees preheated oven for about 20 to 25 minutes, and this is what came out. It's absolutely beautiful. We will now transfer it onto our cooling rack to cool it completely. Now the moment we've been waiting for, slicing into our homemade loaf. Look at that tender, even crumbs. This is perfect with warm butter and jam. Are you going to try this? If you enjoyed this bake, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share your favorite add-ins in the comments. Happy baking and see you in the next video. Bye.